And we have video recording, and now we are going to have audio here in 3, 2, 1.
Just drop that ass, bitch. It's open micers in the house. Pop that pussy with that open micers logo in your mouth. Jason with his bald ass head. Jacob looking in bed. It's open micers, bitch. Heard what I said. Drop that ass, open micers in the house. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. Open micers in the house, open micers is a mouse. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. The mic is now open.
That's right. The mic is now open. My name is Jason Robbins.
I am Jacob Craig. I'm very excited to introduce our guest tonight, man. He is a comic from Alabama, right here on the Gulf Coast, man. You might know him from his viral Facebook videos and TikTok videos of Southern Grandpa, and he has started also headlining clubs here and there along the Gulf Coast. He's the one and only Justin Stagner. How are you, man?
Great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, dude. Thanks for being here. What do you think about that theme song?
I think that it's hilarious that you heard it and then was like, yeah, this is the one. This is it.
To be fair, it was one of the only ones we got.
It was the only one that we had been sent. We had just a regular, like, kind of rock, like, guitar intro for a while. And then we were like, we've got a lot of musicians on the show. We should get one of them to send a song. And that's the only song we were sent. So we're like, well, this is our new theme song.
I love it.
It really sets the tone for what's about to happen, man. It really sets the tone for
you hear that, you know where you're going from there on out.
Yeah, it's not going to get better. it's not going to go in a positive direction after that intro.
It's not like after that intro, you're going to be like, so how do you feel about Ukraine?
Yeah. You're not like, getting asked those kind of questions here. On this
in
show.
memoriam of Pope Francis. May he rest in peace. No, we're going to talk about dicks and farts.
Yeah.
That's mainly what we're going to talk about.
So, Jacob, how's that jambalaya you're chomping on over there? Because
I'm
hungry. I could use some jambalaya right now.
Well, I'll mail you some.
Yeah, mail me some. Good.
To you, priority USPS. It'll be there in 3 to 5 business days. I haven't actually had a whole bite of the jambalaya yet. I ate the croissant that I ate with it because I'm fancy.
Croissant? Like, who eats a croissant?
Are you the people that you can't mix your food? Are you one of those guys?
Yeah, I can't. I have to eat all of one thing and then all the other one because I have autism. Yeah,
I used to be like that.
Yeah, it's called autism, brother. We diagnosed you. That's what it is.
So does that mean I broke out of it? I beat autism? Nuts.
You actually exited the matrix. You can get snapped out of it.
I got unplugged.
It's not a popular belief. I know a lot of people are mad at RFK Jr. right now, but you can just snap out of it. You can get smacked out of autism.
RFK waiting for all this shit to blow over, and then he just started going rogue.
Yeah, dude. I mean, all bets are off now. Like, you can say literally whatever the fuck you want at this point in the country.
Yeah, you can, because I mean, these are the last 4 years, so he could do whatever he wants. Yeah, I like how he started out and was like, we should all eat healthy food and the kids, and then he's like, autistic kids can't do anything by themselves.
Yeah, it's like they're not productive members of society.
I was like, dude, there's so many like autistic doctors and shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, has he not seen The Good Doctor on ABC?
Yeah, I think if you've been diagnosed with a brainworm, I think you're the one that probably is has some problems and won't be any kind of help to society. I think you're a detriment to society, as we can see.
Well, you can fall back on that too. You know, anything you said crazy, it's like, well, brainworm.
Brainworm, isn't that like Susudio?
Sounds like a band.
Susudio. You know, a brainworm, something that gets stuck in your head.
Yeah, I think I played bass for brainworms back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like a band that you like. They put an address on the flyer, and you show up as just someone's fucking house. and they just destroy the entire house. It's like, dude, I smell.
I've been to a show like that. We went to a local guy was like, "Hey man, you should come do a showcase," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Because back in the day, especially when you're first starting out, you want to go practice anywhere you can. And they give me the flyer to show up at this place, and I was like, "Okay, cool, man, I'll meet you there." And I just pull into this yard, and their garage is just open, and they're like, "This is it." I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Yeah, dude. I did a show like that in Mobile. It was this record. I'm not even gonna say record producer. It was this guy that produced music for people. Had this like showcase that is only online, and you just come and perform for the people that are in the room, and it's like it's live streamed online. And I did like the first 10 minutes of my 15-minute set, and someone's like waving at me, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I say that these people didn't like? Because I was killing in the room. It's just like the band that's fixing to play is watching me, and they're like, hey, we have no audio. You have to do your whole set over again so that we can live stream it.
No.
So I did my 10 minutes again to silence because they had just heard it.
Exactly.
And they didn't laugh until the last 5 minutes they hadn't heard. So it looks like I just bombed on this live stream.
This guy was like, "Hey man, if you need to pee or anything," he's like, "Thanks for coming. If you need to pee or anything, you go right in there in the house. Ignore my grandma. She's cool." I'm like, "What the fuck, man?"
She's not going to say anything racist when you walk by. It's fine.
Yeah, like, oh, dude, what a nightmare that was. I'll never forget that. That'll be one of those that I take with me forever.
Yeah, watch out for grandma. She's a little handsy.
Yeah. I guess he didn't want me to get startled by the 90-year-old lady in there.
Yeah. You walk in, it's just a skeleton with like skin stretched over it. You're like, what?
She came out at the end and was like, "I got hamburgers if anybody wants one." It was insane. It felt like a middle school like sleepover.
I tell you what, though, those hamburgers were probably the best hamburger you ever had.
Oh, dude, all the people there were high. They devoured those hamburgers. They could have charged $20 for those hamburgers.
Dude.
That reminds me of a gig I had to play one time. We had gotten booked long time ago, and I think it was like a graduation party or something. I was just out of high school, and we got booked to do a graduation party. And we show up, and the stage is like in the middle of a cow field, and there's generators running the stage. I'm like, the generators are louder than the band. They're louder than us.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a microphone. We had to literally hang a microphone with its cable over a limb that was over the stage so that our singer could have a microphone to sing into.
I love it.
Jacob, are you okay over there? What are you doing?
It's too hot.
Okay.
I had to do the fa-fa-fa-sa.
Yeah. Oh, all right. But yeah, I've had some pretty bad gigs in my life. And then actually the other day, Jacob, I was going to share it on Facebook, but I didn't because it brought back sadness. No, that really bad show we did when we were in Pensacola, and I got heckled and wanted to quit comedy.
That was only bad for you. I crushed.
Yeah, you crushed, but yeah. So what's the worst you've ever bombed, Justin? Like to the point where you wanted to quit comedy?
See, I wish I had one of those stories so far, and I just don't. And I know it's coming, so I wonder where the fuck it's gonna be. It's worrying the shit out of me.
It happens to everybody.
It's going to happen, so I know it's gonna happen. I'm not prepared for it at all. But I'll let you know when it happens. So far, it's not like I crush everything that I've ever done, but like I have not just ate shit yet.
Yeah, there's no feeling like just absolutely just eating shit, getting heckled. Like heckled to the point where like they don't want to just see you ashamed. They want to actually just bury you into the ground and burn your corpse and piss on you. Like you haven't lived till you've gotten that heavy of heckling before.
So, Grandpa's a little dramatic.
Okay.
it's not that bad, Jason. You'll be in a room where it's like a bar show and you kind of don't want to do it. You're not making any money and it's not promoted well. And you're just kind of standing around like no one knows who you are. You're just like, I'm the comedian. Like, it doesn't matter if you traveled. It doesn't matter that you just drove 2 hours for an amount of money that you were not told. So you know it's going to be $20.
Right.
And then you go on stage, and it's not that they don't want to see you win. It's just that they don't even fucking care that you're there. So their conversation is more like it's more funny for them to yell something at you than to be like, oh, let's give this guy a shot at like these jokes that he's tried really hard at writing for the last however long.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about your work ethic. They don't care at all. I have definitely been to shows like that where it's like either an open mic or just like a little showcase at a bar where the owner was just like, yeah, you can come do it if you want to. And there's like 5 people there. But I don't consider that bombing. That doesn't even count.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely, Jason's definitely bombed. I've seen it. He's kind of horrible at comedy.
Hey, that last show with Mo, you were in the same spot I was in where you were ready to quit comedy because you bombed so bad.
Yes, that did just happen to me. It was kind of this lady. All right. I have this joke where I reference Two Girls, One Cup. And this fucking gaggle of white women were talking over me the entire time. And they thought that, like, as soon as I said that joke was the time to show their friend what Two Girls, One Cup was. And the whole bar just ensued into chaos. This lady was like running to the bathroom. I'm like, why would you choose right fucking now when I'm off stage in 5 minutes to be like, hey, this is what that guy's talking about?
They were scared they'd forget, is what it was. They were just worried.
And now they'll never forget, Justin.
Yeah, nobody that's ever seen that video will forget it.
No, it's now etched into their brains forever, and I hope she thinks of me every time she's reminded of it.
Yeah. The new lady will. The one that just got to see it for the first time.
Yeah, I hope that I remind her of Two Girls, One Cup every time she thinks of me.
And to be fair, when I got heckled and bombed, I started off with a joke that Jacob told me was going to be funny, but it wasn't.
I did.
Yeah, it was Jacob's
I was just
fault.
being nice. It was horrible.
Yeah, it sucks to lose them right up top. Like, losing them halfway through is better than losing them right up top.
But yeah, I thought it would just be irreverent and kind of funny to say I was glad to be in Florida, the Alabama of the South, and they took deep offense to that, these ladies, and proceeded to just heckle me to death at that point where I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
What an odd joke to get upset about.
Yeah, I know. Really? Like that?
Yeah,
that's what you're going to get mad? Like that's what sends you over the edge?
Well, when you're in the Alabama of the South, you do get upset about those things.
Well, it's just like, that's why I don't lead with, you could go to any other state and like get a good boo right off the bat with like a Roll Tide or something like that. But then people take that shit serious. So then your whole set could be ruined by it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lesson learned.
I tend to like make fun of Mississippi anytime I go out of state, which also weirdly doesn't do well most of the time. Like
I'll shit on Alabama and it always does well.
Yeah, maybe I'm just bad at comedy.
Yeah,
I think we cracked the code. Maybe I'm not fucking funny.
We've been lying to you this whole time, Jacob. We're just trying to make you feel better because you're autistic.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I know you're kidding, but there is a lot of, especially traveling around in all these small scenes or whatever. There's so many people that I've seen 10, 12, 15 times that are just absolutely fucking horrible. And no matter what, when they leave, they're like, man, I crushed it. Just a bad crowd. I'll be back next week. I'm like, you need better friends. Somebody needs to tell you you're fucking horrible.
1000%, dude. Yeah, and that's why I rarely ever go to the open mic here anymore.
I never go.
it's like it's one thing to be bad at comedy because you haven't done it in a while, but then it's another thing to just be in such delusion that you're like, no, it had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It had 100% to do with you.
I have a microphone in my profile picture. I've got to be good at comedy. I don't know what these people are talking about.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the last 5 episodes of Kill Tony. I'm the funniest person to walk the earth.
It's crazy, man. I've never seen that form of delusion till I got around these comedians.
Yeah, and then I'm sure you're probably getting to this point now, where because I've seen you travel around with headliners. I know you're buddies with Kyle Belcher and people like that, where like you'll be doing a show or about to do a show, and the headliner is like knows you, and he's talking to you like, hey. How good is this other guy that's on the show? And you have to kind of be like, well, tonight might be the night, man. Tonight might be the night that they break through.
No, I don't lie or sugarcoat it. I'm like, I gotta tell you, I've seen that guy 50 times, and all 50 of them, he's been fucking horrible. That's what I'll tell him.
Yeah,
like I'm so brutally honest when it comes to it. It's just crazy to me. I have so much self-awareness. Like even in a good set, I'll get down and be like, "Fuck, I fucked that up. That was terrible." These people will get down after crickets for 10 minutes and be like, "Fuck yeah, dude, I'm living the dream."
And we have people over here.
It's wild. It's so wild.
And we have people over here in Mississippi who will get on stage, bomb, who will not even have done comedy before. People who are so overconfident the first time they do comedy and then get mad when nobody's laughing at their stuff and then end up just getting like kicked out of the bar because they start fighting with like all the other comedians.
Crazy.
It's insane.
We had a guy, I don't want to bring up names or anything, but there was this guy and like all he would say to people is like that he was upset he wasn't getting put on shows because he was supposed to be famous. That's what he kept saying. And dude, when you watched him, it was probably the worst comedian I've ever seen. Ever.
So okay. Is this a native Mobile guy or is this like an out of town guy?
I don't know where the guy's from, but he's down here. So I don't know where he's from.
Because I know like 50 people that could be.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. That's the problem. It's crazy.
Yeah. But there's multiple people in Mobile. Like there's this one guy who he gets shows because he's like a really nice guy and like he does work hard. Like you can see him put in the work, but he's just not funny 100% of the time, no matter how much he changes his shit or whatever he does. We had a headliner who he had just got done doing here, Ocean Springs, went and did Mobile the next night, texted me during the show and was like, you need to tell this man to quit comedy before he ends up killing himself.
Yeah, dude. But dude, that could be like 50. I know 50 people that could be.
Yeah, it could be anyone, but if you know who it is, you know who it is. Like,
I have a good guess. I'll tell you that.
We'll talk after the show because you definitely know who this is. But yeah, dude, there's so much delusion. I want to talk to you about because the viral content as well. This is something that like me and Jason have no idea about. Like, how is it for you? Because you said that before you've never really had that like horrible bomb. But I know that there are just droves of hundreds of negative comments sitting on your social media. Like, how do you deal with that shit?
It used to bother me. But even so, the ones that used to bother me were never ones where people would think that would bother me, like somebody saying I'm fat or something like that. That doesn't bother me at all. I would hate when people would call me a copycat or say that I wasn't original. Those would always drive me crazy. And I would spend fucking 2 hours responding to these people at the end, realizing that they're just a troll and they're winning. So now I don't really respond. If I do, it's like in a comedic type of way, but they don't bother me. I still get just as many, but they don't bother me anymore.
That's good, man. Yeah. I mean, that would definitely like bug the shit out of me because like my comic brain is always like, whenever I get a criticism, I have to look and like take it really to heart and be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
am I actually doing that? Can I get better by addressing it? But then like if someone's just like, your whole thing sucks, like there's nothing you can do to fucking fix that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you get a lot of that, but sorry, excuse me. But there's a I don't know. I'm not an arrogant person, but I have a confidence when it comes to being funny because I know that I am. Now that joke might not have been funny or whatever, but I genuinely know that I am funny. So like somebody just being like, "You fucking suck. You're the worst ever." That'll never bother me because it's like that guy's obviously just trolling.
Right. I will be right back, fellas. My wife just shit and she has no toilet paper.
And you just let the whole world know, I'm sure.
And I'm letting the entire internet know.
That's not a divorce waiting to happen.
I have to go give her toilet paper because she's up shit creek without a paddle. Literally.
All right, well, you go do that. I'll handle it.
I'll be right back.
So, Justin, talking about, going back to like all the trolls and shit like that, like I've had a couple of posts like on threads and stuff that have gone kind of semi-viral, like tens of thousands of likes and stuff like that, and get a lot of trolls. Like the thing that I don't understand the mindset why people will take time out of their day to write something so shitty over something that it shouldn't even like take up a second of their day. Like why do people do that?
I think it's a lot of the people say it's two things. It's the misery loves company people. That's one thing. It's just like I fucking hate my life. Those type of people. But then there's another people where it's just like a kid throwing a temper tantrum or like getting in fights at school. Like any attention, negative or positive, is still attention. So these people have absolutely nothing going on. So if they write a shitty comment and they try to make it as shitty as they possibly can, well, now 20 or 30 people might reply to that, and now they're having 20 or 30 different arguments, which means that their phone notifications are just constantly going nuts. And they're not used to that. And even if it's negative attention, it's attention.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But, if they would take that same energy and fuel it into anything productive, but there's a fear there of what if I fucking fail and then I have to pretend like I didn't give a shit anyway, It's that type of thing.
Do you think it'll ever get better? Like as far as the internet, I kind of have a feeling that as far as social media goes, what if it's just a short experiment and, in humanity, and the overall of humanity, we reached a point where we can all finally know what's on each other's minds, like almost like mind reading. And then we find out how shitty everyone is. And then we're just going to kind of forget about it.
I like how these people pretend like if everybody could read their mind, everybody'd be okay. Like, no, everybody has really fucked up thoughts. Is what it is.
And that's the thing. Like, we've gotten to a point where people will just say the nastiest shit online. And the shit you would never say in person. Do you think social media is going to be around very long, or is it just going to evolve, or what do you think?
It's either going to evolve or devolve. It's going to if it evolves, it can't go towards that fucking mind reading shit. Otherwise, then it's going to be immediately go away. Because the best person in the world that you can think of might smile and tell you hello and literally think in their back of their head like, he's gained like 20 pounds or whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't even have to be that bad. But now you just heard it because you can read their mind. You're going to be like, well, that was a fucked up thing to say. And they're going to hear you say, I fucking hate you.
So have you heard of the theory of enshittification of the internet?
Fucking what, dude? What are you talking about?
It's called the enshittification of the internet.
It's fucking not.
Where basically like most of the people that we interact with online are bots or some sort of like AI. And then in moving into the future, AI is going to start making content like it is now, but it's going to start making content for itself. And then next thing you know, there's like no real people on the internet. It's just a complete shit fest.
You're already right there. You're already at the line where like it's it's indecipherable whether or not something was posted by an AI or created by a fucking human being.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine too, like you post something, especially if you're like a content creator or like that's, you know, your main like source of income or whatever, where you get like hundreds of bot comments like, "Hi, click the link, you're in this video," like da 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 da. Because like, I mean, regular people get that every single day.
Right.
See, and I didn't even really notice it until a couple of weeks ago, like when my uncle passed away, and then I had reposted the thing from the funeral home for his obituary, and then like all these bots started coming into the comment section, like leaving, "Here is a live video of the funeral." And I'm like, what? I had to go through and like delete like 100 of these things from like different accounts. I'm like, this is insane.
Facebook is the worst because you can post links. So all these people, as long as you can do something like that, all these bots can put their link under every single comment. And if only 20 old people click on it and give them their bank account information, that's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, only one, dude. I'm fixing to quit my job.
Yeah.
Give me that old person fucking bank account info, dude. Times are tough right now.
Go find that old lady that made those hamburgers. Get her bank account number.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like, I'll put up a video and it might have 200 comments. And they're worse. They're way worse on people's pages who is like run by somebody else. So like a country music singer or somebody like that. Their video might have 200 comments, but it's 100 comments and then 100 replies by bots. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. And in terms of like mind reading or whatever, dude, if thought crimes are gonna be a thing, I'm gonna be in jail so fast.
Oh,
everybody is. Do people pretend like they wouldn't? But everybody has fucked up thoughts.
Yeah, I think about brutally murdering somebody at least once a day.
Yeah.
Like, dude, never act on it, but...
Yeah, I mean, unless you're actively thinking about something, then everything else that pops in my head is completely involuntary. It's not like I pick it.
Right. No, I pick it. I definitely fantasize about fucking murdering particular people at least once a day.
See, that's why I don't want the brain chip in my head that Elon Musk wants to put in everybody. Like, that's just thought police right there. That you have a chip in your head that can read your thoughts.
No, I'd rather hold it in my hand and scroll on Facebook with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No. I watched the fucking monkey play Pong with the chip in its head. It was crazy.
Don't see that? Seen that? What?
No.
Oh, dude. This monkey's got the Neuralink shit, and the Pong is on a computer screen. This monkey's hands-free, moving the Pong with his mind and playing Pong.
All right, yeah, we need to nip that shit in the bud, dude. I've seen that.
Yeah,
movie.
Get it out of here.
That sounds like some Black Mirror shit.
That's Planet of the Apes,
think
dude.
what they could have done with Stephen Hawking before he fucking went, you know?
No kidding.
Right. I don't know. That would have created a supervillain. I can create a black hole with my mind. And then we just all fucking die, dude.
I'm already convinced we've already gone into a black hole because you look at all the shit like the Mandela Effect and all that. I'm pretty convinced that when CERN turned on the Large Hadron Collider back in like 2011 or something, 12, whenever it was, I think they turned it on and we all just got sucked into a black hole and we're in a mirror universe right now. You can't convince me otherwise.
I won't try to, because the Mandela Effect is insane, and so is like the people say we're in a simulation. Like, I saw a meme the other day. It was like, you don't think you're in a simulation? Have you ever seen your neighbor put up groceries? And I was like, I have not, ever. Never. I've never seen my neighbor put up groceries.
Which we have to think about the odds too, though, of like, they say it's like, oh, the odds of getting struck by lightning are like 1 in whatever. Like, what are the odds that you catch your neighbor at the exact time they're bringing groceries in?
It's like you would think if you lived there every day that sometime you'd be outside when they brought home groceries.
Yeah, we need to do this for our Patreon. We need to just like sit outside our houses and like film when our neighbors bring in groceries and just don't stop until they do.
Dude, I've never seen my neighbor. I live in an apartment complex. I'm pretty sure he's a serial killer.
No, that's just an empty apartment complex that you go in for the simulation.
Yeah.
Every now and then they make a noise or two.
Yeah, the other room's empty until you step in it.
Right.
It's like you gotta get time to render. It's like The Sims.
Well, I never see him come in and out. He's always yelling with a girl, with a girlfriend or something over there, and then I'll see him cooking. He'll come out, but I don't see him. But he's got a smoker outside, and every time I go outside, the smoker will be on. I'm like, he's cooking human
Jason,
over there.
Your neighbor's just white trash.
Yeah.
That's what that is, dude. Always smoking meat, yelling at a woman, never leaves the house. That's white trash, dude.
That's true.
What are you talking about? That's Southern grandpa behavior. That's what Southern grandpa would do.
She works, he doesn't, and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. She works, I stay home all day and smoke meat and dip fucking Longhorn long cut or whatever.
Longhorn long cut.
Copenhagen long cut. Copenhagen long cut. I was thinking of Longhorn Steakhouse in my head because they're let's face it, meat. They're bussing. Longhorn Steakhouse bussing, dude. Let's face it.
But yeah, as far as the Mandela Effect, dude, you can't convince me that it wasn't Berenstein Bears. I know it was because
everybody's got their thing. The one that got them. Mine was Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Chick-fil-A?
I don't remember it being spelled the way it is when I was little. I thought they spelled it weird on purpose, like CHIK.
Oh, yeah. Mine was the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for sure they were all full cornucopia.
The Sinbad Genie movie's pretty cool, too. Like, I fucking vividly remember that.
Yeah, that one never got me because I did know that he did do a Genie movie, but yeah, I guess
he didn't. That's what we're saying. He never did a Genie movie.
Wait, hold on.
That's what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you the man never did one.
This is fake news media. This is what this is, dude.
See, you're on the wrong side of it. You didn't even realize it.
No, I didn't.
Happened to me. That's what happened to me. My girlfriend at the time was like, "No, it's just because he used to like dress kind of like a genie." I was like, "No, that's not what the fuck I'm talking about. It was a movie."
Yeah. Oh man, that's fucked. Yeah. It's got to be like a weird thing because it happens in everyone's brains. It's got to be something like deja vu. That's just like a weird brain thing that happens to everybody.
And Looney Tunes broke me too because I always thought it was What is it now? Hold on.
So now, yeah, it's TU. I thought it was always TOO2, but you have to remember that Tiny Toons is TOO.
All right.
So you could just be getting those mixed up.
Fruit Loops fucked me up too.
Yeah,
I thought
Fruit Loops.
I thought Fruit Loops was the two O's.
Yeah, FROOT.
Right.
Yeah. That would be, that's just a missed opportunity.
Well, yeah, they do it for the loops, but I thought they did it for both. That's what I remember.
Fruity Loopies. Jason, you seem like you're slowly Googling something. What are you looking at?
Yeah, I was just looking up popular Mandela effects, and now I lost the page.
Jesus Christ. We don't have a Jamie on this show. We have fucking Jason over here that just can't.
All right, here's 50,
get a Google result in 10
minutes. We won't
minutes.
do all of these, but 50 Mandela effect examples of things you think you remember correctly. Let's see. At number 1, Jif versus Jiffy.
I remember it always being Jiffy. Or Jif. Yeah. Jif.
I remember Skippy peanut butter.
Right.
Oscar Mayer is spelled with... which one is it? Oscar with an A or an E?
It's an E.
Yeah, it's spelled with an E instead of an A.
I wouldn't remember that. And I remember the song.
Queen's song "We Are the Champions" doesn't end with "of the world."
That one fucked me up too.
That one messed
me up bad.
Here's one.
Is that because of radio editing, though, too?
That could be, too. That could be. The Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle. Yes, he did. I swear he did when I was a kid.
Yeah. And the peanut guy.
And the Pringles guy. The Pringles guy has a monocle, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he does.
I know Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura made fun of the Monopoly guy with the monocle.
Yeah.
So obviously he remembers it too.
Yeah, right. And it passed enough checks to get into the movie that no one was like, oh, he does have a monocle. Everyone was like,
That's
yeah,
like
of course.
That's like the Star Wars Darth Vader, Luke, I'm not your father shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The double stuff Oreo where it says there isn't actually a second F on the double stuff Oreo packaging. So it's just STUF.
So they just spell it wrong on purpose?
Yeah, I guess so.
I wouldn't know that.
There's no dash in Kit Kat.
Well, that's another one of those things where when you're looking at those Mandela Effect pictures, you're like, yes, the fuck it was, but I don't know. No idea.
Right.
Oh, and you know the movie Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this one.
He never says, hello, Clarice. He never says it.
That's bullshit.
Where did we come up? How do we all know hello, Clarice, if he never said it?
Yeah, it's not like we made that up. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say we made up.
Oh. Right. Oh, although, let's be real. Everyone thought that Marilyn Manson got a rib removed to suck his own dick, and that was made up.
This is the thing. I ask people this all the time. Before social media and all this stuff, how did everyone have the same thought? It's not like that was on YouTube or something. How did the entire country think Marilyn Manson had his ribs removed to suck his dick? How did the entire country know that if you do this below your waist, you can punch the guy in the shoulder?
Yeah.
These fucking crazy things. How does everybody know this?
I don't know how shit goes viral before
More
the
signs
internet.
of a simulation.
Right. Or it could just be this like overall like effect. Like I would like to think that, you know, once this world is over and if there's no electronics and it's kind of the things like where we see cave drawings now, like certain things would survive to the next world the same way that we like look like, oh, the ancient Egyptians worship cats. We're like, these people thought that this musician had a rib removed and sucked his own cock.
But how? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if that makes it to the next generation, that's fine. But how do we know it then in that time?
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, because kids move schools. I was like, you're giving these 2 or 3 kids a lot of fucking credit. Like that they spread this across the nation.
Yeah,
it's like the Daddy Longlegs thing, where they're the most poisonous spider. That's bullshit. It's not even true.
It's not even a spider. It's a dust mite.
Not even true. Yeah.
Here's one for you, Jacob. Is it Cheez-It or Cheez-Its?
Oh, Cheez-Its.
No, there's no Z. It's just Cheez-It.
Bullshit.
It's Cheez-It.
Wait, what? Wait, what are we saying here?
Cheez-It, I want to say Cheez-Its, the crackers, but it's not Cheez-Its. It's just Cheez-It. No S or Z, just Cheez-It.
Oh, okay. You're saying it's singular, not plural.
That could be from literally everyone in the history of the world.
Cheez-Its, yeah.
Yeah, like, do you want multiple Cheez-Its?
Right. I'm with that. That one could be explained away.
Yeah, it's just plurals.
The location of New Zealand kind of fucked me up too.
Well, my geography teacher was the baseball coach, so I don't know where it is now.
Where it is now?
Like, I don't know where anything is, dude.
And another one that kind of screwed me up too was Curious George's tail. He doesn't have one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought he had a little.
That would mess me up too.
He doesn't have like a little puffer tail?
No, I always thought he just had like a long monkey tail.
Long tail. That's what I thought.
Well, then they need to draw his ass.
I wonder if he is cheeked up. He might be cheeked up.
Curious. That's what I'm curious about, George.
So is he really
cheeked up or not?
Is he just a red ass baboon? Is that what he is?
He's got to be, dude. He's a red ass baboon, and they didn't draw his red ass.
Yeah,
I think he's supposed to be a chimp, huh?
I thought so.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what he is. All I know is he's curious.
All I know is
did the man really have a yellow hat?
I don't know, but he's gonna throw shit at you at some point.
What do me and Curious George have in common? We're gonna throw shit at you at some point. Is that all the Mandela effects that we got?
Yeah, that's all the ones that kind of make sense. The other ones are kind of dumb, like Forrest Gump says life was like a box of chocolates and not life is like a box of chocolates. I'm like, shit like that is just people mishearing shit, you know.
Right. Those are the little ones.
Yeah, but the Berenstain
Berenstain
versus Berenstain Bears thing is just, that one still screws me up to this day.
See, I never read those, so I didn't really know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know how to read.
But see, when I was a kid, I have a specific memory of reading those, because I used to love getting the Berenstain Bear books at the Scholastic Book Fair or whatever at school, and I would get the Berenstain Bears books. And I remember specifically asking my mom how to pronounce it. Is it Berenstain or Berenstein? And I remember her saying it was Berenstein. Because my mom was a teacher.
That doesn't mean she's not dumb. It's just your mom being dumb.
No, I'm just saying, like, the world is wrong. The world is wrong. Right.
Jason's
now.
Mom's dumb, dude.
You're dumb. No, I'm just saying the world is wrong. Something's wrong with the universe, and we have to figure out what it is. Get Neil deGrasse Tyson on it. He's like the smartest person alive right now, I think.
Is he, though?
I don't know. He's got to be smarter than Elon Musk. I mean,
but then 5 years ago, everyone was like, Elon Musk is the smartest person ever, and now
that's what happens when you choose a political party. You lose half your folks.
Yeah, exactly. But like I don't think Neil deGrasse Tyson is all that fucking smart. I think he knows a lot about space. I don't think he knows anything about anything else.
He's an arrogant asshole, is what he is.
Yeah, dude. Telling me that zombies can't be real. Fuck off, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Well, it's just a lot of the stuff he does is like a super dick move too. He's like, I was on Twitter and I went and watched this movie and I've got a shit on what sky they used. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
that was the movie.
Exactly. It's like, hey, we had a budget of like $2 million. We couldn't afford the right sky.
That's just him wanting to get in the movies and get a credit, even if it's unpaid.
Right, as like a consultant credit or whatever.
Consultant for science consultant.
All right, so I looked up who the smartest person in the world is, and it's often considered to be, and of course this is from probably Chat GPT, but the smartest person in the world is often considered to be Isaac Newton. But however, in contemporary discussion, individuals like Young Hoon Kim, who has the highest recorded IQ of 276. Let's get that guy on it.
Shit.
Well, is he a rapper?
I don't know. Who is Young Hoon Kim?
Young Hoon Kim on the beat.
Is he alive?
Young Hoon Kim.
Yeah, because Isaac Newton's dead as the fucking apple that fell on his head, dude.
Let's see. Who is Young Hoon Kim, world's highest IQ holder? Let's see.
He's 6 months old.
Yeah, exactly. That's how strict his mom is. He can already do long division.
He is the founder and CEO of NeuroStory, a startup focused on finding healthcare solutions for brain ailments using technology. He's also a mind sports specialist with degrees in multiple subjects. What the fuck is mind sports?
I guarantee this guy's going places.
Right. Mind sports. So it's like...
That monkey was playing Pong earlier. I already told y'all.
Yeah, so this is the monkey that's playing Pong. It's this fucking guy.
Fucking neurosports.
I mean, that's pretty much the level of my IQ, was a monkey playing fucking, handball or whatever, or pickleball.
Jason, you don't know how to play handball.
I don't know how to play anything. I am not a sports person.
You give yourself
just imagine, though, video games and everything are about to be really shitty for dumb people. Like when you back in the day, you could be dumb and still be really good at Mario, and
Yeah.
now that you're going to be wired in a video game, stupid people are not even going to make it.
I was kind of hoping that by now we would have like a holodeck where you could just go in and play video games in a holodeck and just hang out and do cool shit. Why are we not there yet? Why do we?
Because if we did that, no one would ever have another baby again, Jason.
Well, we're not having babies anyway. They're already offering people $5,000 to have a baby, and I'm like, people don't want to have babies because nobody can afford to live.
$5,000 is not enough.
Yeah, that's not.
That doesn't even cover the hospital bill that it costs to have a baby.
That's like when you're in high school, you're 17, you're about to graduate, and you get offered like a $5,000 scholarship to a school, and you're like, "Oh, amazing! I'll be able to go to college here." Like, fuck, you're not.
Come sign up for the military. You get a $5,000 signing bonus. Woo!
Dude, I remember the military used to do some fucked up shit when we were in high school. Like they would come by and they would bring a rock wall with like Madden on it. Yeah. And they're like, you can climb this rock wall or play Madden, but only if you sign up for the Army. I'm like, what the fuck kind of trade-off is that?
Yeah, dude. They literally did. Ours, they brought this like video game bus where like you walk in and you can play like whatever video game, and like on the side they had like the UFC game that was out at the time, and they were like, yeah, if you do 100 push-ups and sign this piece of paper, you can go in there. And we're like, I was like, well,
it's super fucked up to do to an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, and they made us do 100 push-ups because they're like, well, we don't want you signing if you can't do that.
You can't just be this guy that signs up for the Army and you know you're going to get rejected. We need winners here.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta wonder where the kids are now that did the 100 push-ups and signed up for the fucking thing.
Yeah, imagine how some of those kids felt in basic training. They're like, a fucking rock wall got me here. Madden got me here.
Dude, I know kids who like got like discharged like almost immediately after basic training. Cause like they're the dumbest fucking people they could have asked for. So they couldn't find a job for them.
Exactly. And so back in the day during the draft, they would stick them on the front lines, but now they're like volunteering.
You know what it is? Those kids, they go and take their $5,000 signing bonus, and they're the ones that go get a brand new fucking like sports car when they get out of basic training, and then they end up knocking up their girlfriend Tiffany as soon, and then they get married at like 18 years old. So that's what they're doing. That's what happens to them.
That's true.
That seems very targeted at me, and I hate it. No, I know there's one guy at high school who, we were in high school, by the way. He got in trouble for shitting and rubbing shit on the walls in high school. For sure. But he did that, signed up for the Army, failed a psych evaluation, and now he works at the dump. So it's like,
wow. That did not go where I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, so maybe don't sign people who rub shit on the walls for the Army.
Well, I mean, I don't think that they probably threw that in there when he was signing up. Like, by the way, this guy, he did throw shit all over the walls one day.
Yeah, he still says to this day that he didn't do it, which seems like a really... Like, I don't know what the statute of limitations on rubbing shit on walls is, but it seems like now would be okay to admit it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like who made that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? I don't think the Army is getting too many volunteers these days. Because, I mean, what can they really... Why would you go... Of all the branches of the military, like, let's just say you're back in high school. You don't have the money to go to college. You got to do something. You're like, well, maybe I should go into the military. You're going to go into something like the Air Force or the Navy, because at least those seem like you could get, like, some sort of technical job where you can at least have some skills when you get out. You go in the Army, it's just like, here's a rifle, go dig a ditch, crawl in the mud, and then you're just like, what do I do now when you get out? Like, what did they teach you?
I tell you what's crazy, man, is to see the people that get brainwashed by, like, branches. Like, and it's not even people that were in the Army. Like, I was dating this girl one time, and her ex before me was, like, a Marine. And we were watching a movie or something that had some Navy SEALs in it, and I was like, Navy SEALs are badass. She's like, bunch of fucking pussies is what they are. I was like, what did he do to you? I was like, I don't think anybody in the world thinks that except you.
Yeah. The people that are the worst about it are the ones that were in like a branch of the military. So you're like, yeah, like you mentioned something about the Air Force. I'm like, oh, you mean the chair force? You're like, no, actually, I think they're also heroes as well.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, but Navy SEALs, it's like that's what you pick to be like fucking pussies. Like, what?
Yeah, it's like, so then who's the fucking top dogs
Right.
then? If it's not,
It's who whatever he was. I think it was a Marine. I might have the stories backwards, but either way, it's like the top notches of their divisions.
yeah.
I mean, Navy SEALs are like, how do you become a Navy SEAL? Not die in training. That's how you become a Navy SEAL.
More of them die in training than they do in combat.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Pussies. The pussies died.
Dude, even Army's crazy. Like, I don't know how anyone can successfully, like, I don't know what you call it, like graduate, whatever, from the Army. Because what my brother had to do, he's in the Army right now. He had to survive 3 days in the woods. They dropped him off in a helicopter at some random spot. They gave him and the rest of his platoon their basic supplies or whatever, no food, just a live rabbit. And then they have to just sleep and shit in holes for 3 days. And all that they have to eat is a live rabbit that they have to kill and prepare.
So they have to decide when this rabbit needs to go.
Yes.
Let's see first night if we can catch a squirrel or two. And then they're like, okay, Thumper's got to go.
So how did he keep the squirrel? Was it like on a leash or something? Or not
the rabbit?
But the rabbit. Was it like on a leash?
No, I think they give him like the rabbit in a cage.
So he's got to like lug around this fucking cage for 3 days too?
Well, buddy, the rabbit isn't lasting long.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like, hey, let's make this as real as possible, survivalist. We'll still give them a rabbit in a cage.
Right, exactly. It's like, so then what if they're actually stranded somewhere and they have to catch a rabbit to survive?
It's like, yeah, they're like, where's the cage that this rabbit was in? It was so much easier and basic.
Right. It's like, I can still shit and sleep in a hole.
Sounds like a Discovery Channel show.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Like, wouldn't it just be easier to just make them watch a whole season of like Naked and Afraid? And they're just like, all right, you got some survival skills now.
Right. I think Naked and Afraid's worse, dude.
That show lets me down so much, dude, because I just feel like at least one of the episodes, somebody should be like, I mean, shouldn't we fuck? Or, you know?
I'm sure it happens.
You know?
But there's too much going on for that, dude. The last episode that I watched, there was this guy who they were like doing like a side interview with him or whatever. And he was like, yeah, the ants keep coming into our tent or our structure or whatever they made. And they keep making beds. And I think they're making a bed in my asshole right now. But honestly, after a while, there just gets to be a point where there's so many ants in your ass, you stop caring.
Wow.
And I was like, wait a minute. Like, you can't fuck with an ass full of ants, dude.
No, now in that particular case, you cannot. But I've seen some episodes where, like, it's not that bad. Like, they just breeze right on through it. I'm like, no point during that where you like, nah, you know.
Yeah, because I always like the ones where they like drop them off, like, you know, in some like fucking South American jungle. Like, that seems like a survival situation. Then they'll have some where they're just like, we dropped these people off in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, outside city limits. It's like, what the fuck?
That could be just as dangerous. Well, you know.
Yeah. I want to see one where they drop people off, like, not in the wilderness, but they just, like, they don't tell them where they're going. They just drop them into a random country. They don't even know, like, what continent they're on. Just a random town in this country. They don't speak the language with no money or anything. They're like, okay, now you have to find a way to get home.
So it's like that movie, The Game, where he just woke up in Mexico and he's like, didn't know where he was. He's got to find his way home.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you get nothing but passports. Find a way across state lines without breaking any laws.
No, the way America
is. That's like the Amazing Gumball race.
That could be an interesting reality show now, is like, take somebody who was an actual American, and make them get deported without their passport and see if they can get back into America right now.
Oh, dude, whoever agrees to that game's an idiot.
Yeah, you can only do it with white people. Because anyone else, they wouldn't let them back in.
Oh, shit. Well, hey, we're coming up on an hour, fellas. That went by fast.
Oh, shit. We didn't ask any questions.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's okay.
That's all right, man. We had a good time.
I did too.
That's good, man. I'm glad. Thank you so much for coming on, dude. Tell everyone where they can follow you online and what dates you have coming up.
I'm Justin Stagner everywhere. JustinStagner.com. You can get all tickets, merch, all that stuff. I'm in Tempe, Arizona on May 1st. And then June 11th, I'm in Dania Beach, Florida. And we have a lot more dates that we're getting going on to start this tour off. So I'm really excited. Y'all come check me out, and hopefully you'll like it.
Awesome. And I got your follow him on Instagram in the show notes, everybody, at Justin Stagner. And I found your podcast here, too. I didn't know you had a podcast, Southern Day Podcast.
Yep, Southern Saturday.
Awesome. Well, Jacob, do we have anything to let the people know that we're doing? I don't think we have anything on the books right now.
Not really, man. We're just kind of living life. But let me tell you, dude, we get some pretty awesome people to come on this podcast. We've got fantastic guests to finish the month out with next week. We have a lot of fun stuff happening next month. I will not be eating a pickle in a pouch. Jason will be doing that by his goddamn self. I am not going to do that for the Patreon, but we do a lot of interesting stuff on the Patreon, patreon.com/OM podcast. Watch me get tased, get shot with an airsoft gun, all the crazy shit you've heard me say before for as little as $1 a month. Yeah, that's it.
Justin, would you eat a blue raspberry warhead pickle?
Yeah, for sure. My wife would eat that and not even make a face.
Yeah, see, Justin, Jacob won't do it because he's a wuss. He won't do it.
I would 100% do that.
I will throw up again. You know how many times I've thrown up for the Patreon, dude? I'm not going to do it again. It's not even the sourness. It's the pickles. I fucking hate pickles.
It's what we get paid for. You throwing up. That's what we need. More people would join
the Patreon. We get paid $0. We're not profitable on this podcast.
Hey, we pay our bills. We get enough to pay our bills.
We break even every month. I'm financially destitute, please.
So you hear that, everybody? Get our Patreon up. Go over there, patreon.com/OM podcast. But on that note, let me go ahead and play our music and we'll get out of here. If you want to email us at OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. We are at OpenMicers.com. And, of course, Linktr.com/OpenMicersPodcast takes you everywhere you need to go. All the socials, all the ways to give us money, the Patreon, all that good stuff. And go to BResCoffeeCode.com. Use the code OMPodcast at checkout for 10% off your order. We love you all, and we'll see you right here next week. And we thank you all for watching on YouTube. Like the show, share it with your friends, your family, your
enemies,
your clergy, or whoever. Share the show. We love you. We'll see you next week.